Wow, what a finale. Only Murders in the Building season 2 just ended with such a bang, such a brilliant TV show, and I just cannot wait to break it down with you guys. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So in this video, we are going to be talking about the season finale of season 2 in Only Murders in the Building. And I just have to say, I absolutely love this show. I love murder mysteries, and the way in which this TV show just blends murder mysteries with awesome humor and an absolutely stellar cast is just so good. This show is super underrated, and I just feel like season 2, even though it was a bit of a slow burn all season long, if I'm being completely honest, the season finale just brought it all together and just exploded it in the best possible way. I love the fact that it was just twist after twist after twist. So we obviously know it was Detective Krebs who was involved in the murder of Bunny, but then we also know that he has got an accomplice. So first you think it's Cinder, then you think it's Alice, and then you realise it's Poppy. I just thought it was so mind-blowing. A little bit similar to the Scream TV and the movie franchise in terms of the fact that, you know, there are two killers on the loose. And the killer reveal party, I did not expect it to be as awesome as it was. I thought it was really, really hilarious on the first instance, especially when they were doing slow motion, all the tomato stuff, the Howard character fainting, and then things took a very dramatic turn when you think that the Charles character has been killed by Alice. Absolutely mind-blowing. And then I guess in a bit of a post-credit scenario, we see that a year later, Paul Rudd, who is playing a character called Ben, is the new victim, and I just loved Selena Gomez's Mabel's character's reaction, as she is just so over this and is now forced to be involved in another murder investigation. And on that point, this series honestly just has me bursting out laughing from the stomach. I mean, there are some awesomely hilarious TV shows and movies out there, but Only Murders in the Building is just so clever with its humor. Like I said, I am just honestly bursting out laughing at every single thing that all of these three lead actors and the other cast members as well are doing. This show is just so wicked. I did think it was really, really clever how they're piling on so much evidence to make it seem like it really is Cinder, but then equally they pile on even more evidence to make it seem like it's Alice. And obviously these two suspects across the 10 episodes, you have been thinking maybe it's them, along with some other characters that were in this room as well. But I was also wondering, where on earth did Nina go? Because she was a prime suspect as well. So it's a shame that she wasn't involved in the killer reveal party, as she could have also been a target. But this series was just led fantastically by Steve Martin Shaw, and of course Selena Gomez. So let's go through them one by one. So first up, Steve Martin. Although he was really, really good this season, as he always is, his comedic timing is just second to none. Such a brilliant character. And I love the fact that the actor is so happy to laugh at himself, and in turn the audience is really laughing as well. So I feel like he holds it together really, really well. And I love the deeper character stuff with him as well. So for example, he was going back to Jan as he felt really lonely, and he was abused by this woman as well. And they do say victims go back sometimes to their abusers because of their low confidence. I thought that was a really, really fascinating angle that they had with this character, and of course it was really, really wicked to see this actress back. And I thought it was a really interesting bit of social commentary as well in terms of TV shows being rebooted sometimes and bringing back certain old characters but having them in a lesser capacity as they then want to pass the torch on to new characters. So I thought it was really, really interesting how they did that with the Charles character. Though it was great that they also brought his daughter Lucy into it to give him a lot more dimension. I feel like they could have used the Lucy character a little bit more in this show, but you know, they did use her a sufficient amount considering she is a secondary character. And of course in the season finale, like we said, he was really hilarious in the slow motion stuff, but also his character nearly died, which I just thought was so mind-blowing. My heart literally sank, and when it was all revealed to have all been a bit of a charade, it was just such a big sigh of relief. Next up we have Martin Shaw, who may well be the funniest cast member this season. He was just so good. Some of his comedic timing was just absolutely fantastic. His sequence with Amy Schumer when she is just obsessed with Steve Martin's character of Charles, his reaction to this I thought was really, really good. And just the way in which his mannerisms are across the season, I just feel like Martin Shaw just absolutely delivered. And I love the continued thread from the first season of his obsession with this podcast. Just so, so good. And they also gave him a lot of emotional depth as well, obviously wrapped in with a lot of humor in terms of the final 3 episodes when he is not sure if he is the father to his son. And we also have the Teddy character back, who obviously has a big vendetta with him because he obviously sent him to jail, and the way in which now these two characters have to try to work together. Obviously Teddy is the real father to his son, so this character has so much depth, but like I said, also just has some wicked witty one-liners and just works with the rest of the key trio so well. Speaking of which, we of course have Selena Gomez, who was so good as Mabel. I mean, of course I loved her in season 1, but I feel like in season 2 they really grew this character, so she is such an integral part of this team, and she was obviously the key suspect from everybody's perspective, so there's so much riding on this character and so much pressure. And you really can see that in a similar way to the Charles character from a mental health perspective, as obviously this is weighing a lot on her, which is affecting her memory. And then you find out when you go back to her child trauma with the death of her father, this really did shape this character, which I thought was really, really fascinating. And then of course her relationship with Alice, played by Cara Delevingne, I thought their relationship was really, really intriguing. I did really miss the Oscar characters. He was so good in season 1, but you know, I feel like this character was really, really wicked too. And I loved her partnership and relationship with the Theo character. I feel like they worked together really, really well. And like I said, Mabel was in so much danger this season, so you really do feel for her as well. This season was so much more meta than season 1 as well, in terms of making fun of the fact that this is the second season. And I just absolutely love the trio banter between these three lead characters. I feel like they've casted them so well, and all of the character interactions between the three is just so good. And Selena Gomez's Mabel character just brings so much heart, and obviously we have Steve Martin and Martin Shaw, who are just absolutely legendary. So like I said, the casting is just so good, and I love the little nuances that they have with each episode. So for example, the glitter guy, the way in which they're going to catch this guy was really, really hilarious. I love the fact that they continued from the first season, the whole secret passageway stuff. And I absolutely love the theme tune and the little jingles that they've got with this season. It just really does give it its own character and bring it to life even more. Tina Fey once again was absolutely phenomenal as the Cinder character. Such an incredible podcast voice and such presence whenever she's on screen. Amy Schumer, unfortunately, I did not think was that funny. I feel like she was a little bit cringe and was trying so hard to be funny, but it just did not work. And I'm glad she was only in it for a couple of episodes. Bunny was really, really wicked. I love the fact that they gave her a full dedicated episode, so you really do feel for this character as well. And Detective Williams was really, really wicked. She was so funny in season 1, so it's a shame we didn't get to see more of her in this season, but from a cast and characters point of view, this show is just so incredible. I love how in every single episode they are dropping clues in terms of the wider mystery, but each episode is pretty self-contained at the same time in terms of really delving into all of these awesome characters and telling you more about their different pasts, their different mental states, and just getting up to such hilarious stuff. This season definitely felt a lot slower compared to season 1, but it was still so good and just absolutely saved it and smashed it in the season finale. And now I'm just so excited about season 3, especially the fact that they've got Paul Rudd in it now. I know he's obviously got killed, but I mean, Bunny was in it for quite a number of episodes this season, and in a very similar way to season 1, we saw the Tim Kono character pretty much across the entire season. So I'm really, really hopeful that we get to see a lot of Paul Rudd, as he is easily one of the best comedic actors, and I think he would work so well in this awesome ensemble. And as you can gather, I absolutely love Only Murders in the Building. I think season 2 was so strong, and I just cannot wait to see what's going to happen in season 3. But I have to give season 2 a massive 8 out of 10, as it was just so wicked, and like I said, the season finale was just absolutely incredible. But now I'd love to hear from you. What did you think of the second season of Only Murders in the Building? Let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.